Hey, what's going on, everybody? I wanted to give you just a quick update on the Hosta farm. I have tried to shoot this video 6,000 times and I just can't get one that I like, so hopefully this is the one. Fingers crossed. This is the hospital that I work at, where I'm a groundskeeper. This is my particular building that I'm, I guess, in charge of. There's a huge overhang. Oh, this is a very big building, big overhang. And when I first started working here, it was nothing but mulch. So I defined this bed right here a little bit. I think I kind of came out a foot because it just went right up against the pillars here. Planted some Amsonia, some Arkansas Blue Star right up front, some Cobalt Blue Liatris, some Black-Eyed Susans, obviously, some Pink Primrose, which ties it all kind of into this bed here, which was nothing but grass. So just a little definition. Me and a couple of the young bucks that work here fixed the rocks, fixed the boulders. So let's talk about this bed back here. That's the front of the bed, obviously. This area is not used very often by anybody. This is a emergency exit, employee entrance. We do have a maintenance guy that's in charge of this building. He stays at this building. So he's in charge of this building. On the inside, I'm in charge of what happens on the outside. And when I use the word in charge loosely, like no one stops me from creating flower beds, you know? So maybe I'm in charge, or maybe they're just letting that silly guy out front just have a go at it. But you can see 100% shade. Might get a little evening sun at like 8 p.m., but this is what I've done. So I'm going to run through it real quick for you so you guys can get a general sense of what my plan is. This might not be my best work. Let's just say that. Right here, my plan is to just grow. Now this was nothing but mulch. This was just 10 inches of mulch. The irrigation system had been turned off on this building for like 2 years, 2 to 3 years. I'm kind of hearing different things about that. Very fungal rich environment, but not a lot of mushrooms because we didn't have the moisture to really do anything with that. Anyway, I came in here and just started planting some hostas. We got some Blue Angel Hosta, some Empress Woo, some Woo La La back here. I've got some Big Daddies. I've kind of lost track of the things that were in here because I did do a major purchase where I bought a ton of hostas, and about 75% of them had root rot. And instead of being a whiner and going back to the nursery where I got them and complaining, because I want to maintain the relationship between the hospital and this particular nursery, because I only have 3 places I can shop for plants for the hospital, because they understand the PO system and they're willing to work with the hospital. It's a non-for-profit, so everything is very constrained in how you purchase something. This is one of the nurseries. I don't want to mess with that, right? So we got some Fire Island. I completely forgot the names. Sun Mouse. The Fire Islands are up front. I've got some Sun Mouse in here and some variegated baby mouse. I don't know what those are, but I'm going to let you guys take a more intense look. I've got some Astilbe, this path right here. I've got some Ajuga that I'm growing back here. I have yet to scratch in those other stones because I need to go get some more. You've got a couple different varieties of Alice Oak Leaf here. So without being too talky about it, I the plan is create a sustainable environment where I have a ton of shade and I can grow my own hostas basically. So I'm just gonna let these fatten up, get into big clumps. And then if anybody needs a hosta, I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna divide it into fourths. I'm gonna plant 25% of it back, agriform tabs, beneficial fungus, beneficial bacteria, because I feel like that is kind of, if I had any secrets, and I will share 100% of my knowledge, I don't bogart anything. It's agriform tabs, beneficial fungus, beneficial bacteria, inoculants, and then plenty of water. And planting things in the right place. And I have phenomenal success as long as it's not an azalea or rhododendron. So, there we go. And I think I can create a place where we never have to buy hostas again. But I need some time. I need about 3 years of growing hostas, and then those hostas that we transplant are going to be able to then take 2 or 3 years, and then they can be separated and they can be divided. I really think it's a slippery slope. There's such an amazing pay it forward plant, hostas. Such a good pay it forward plant. And I think that's the appeal for me. I mean, I think they're beautiful. I like them. But the ability to just give hostas away to people, like cool varieties they've never seen before, like the Fire Island or the Sunny Mice, whatever they're called. I mean, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun creating an environment to where I never have to worry about needing to go cut a PO for some hostas. I'll just come in early spring and I'll just pull out a bunch of hostas. And there's other places here, like my front entrances, that are, one is morning sun, a significant amount of morning sun, and the other side 100% shade. So once I get some momentum back here, I'm going to be able to transplant a lot of hostas over there. So this video hasn't ran too long. Let me now go up front and I'm going to show you what I've done there. And I'm going to skip over a lot of beds that I created this spring. So like this one to my left and this one to my right, but I want you to bear with me. That will happen because I want to talk about them. I want to talk about them. It's behind the bush, the safari. Okay, so right here, the waiting room is to the right. And I don't want to look like a complete dummy walking around like a TikToker showing you guys this flower bed, but I'm going to do it because I make sacrifices for you, the audience. An Empress Wu right by my feet. I've got some Wu La Las. I've got some Big Daddies in here. I've got some guacamole. So we're just going to do a quick run through this, and you're going to take a look real quick. And these are Alice Oakleaf to my left. So this area, 100% shade. 100% shade. Does not get a lick of sun right here. This was all grass. Well, it had like this little teardrop shape of grass right here, and I just thought, nah, I'm just gonna pull that out. There was an existing clump of hostas up front that I didn't know existed because they mulch heavy here. The mulch game is strong. Unfortunately, which I don't have an issue with, but the unfortunate part of that was the irrigation wasn't running. So it just kind of turned hard and crusty, and it was very dusty. It was like ash back there. There was no moisture back there. I mean, that underhang has got to be 25 feet. The water's just not blowing in there. It is what it is. So that's what I'm doing. Those are my hosta farms. This building is going to be very hosta rich just because of the amount of shade it has. I do have some sunnier areas. There's sunnier areas where I've planted some baby dragon baby. It's either baby dragon or dragon baby panicle hydrangeas. some little quick fires, some puffer fish. We're gonna have a good time. You just gotta give me a second to figure out the schedule and figure out how I'm gonna edit these videos. But this is it. This is the Hosta area. I'm excited. It's gonna be a couple years before we can really start capitalizing on this, but when it happens, it's gonna snowball fast. I just need to make that initial investment of time and stay patient. Because it's gonna be difficult to do. But everything back here is doing fantastic. Zero shock, which is the beauty of planting things in the shade. I just, very good success rate. Unfortunately, your palette is small of things that you can do in the shade. So, if you've got any ideas for things that I can grow back here and in turn put in other places, please feel free. But this is dense shade. This is dense shade. All right. Hey, everybody. I appreciate you sticking around and taking a look at this. I do appreciate it. My name's Stuart Moore. This is Landscape Rescue. Thank you very much for letting me into your home to talk about plants.